Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Molly Mahoney. Welcome to Wave.video live stream. We're streaming live on a few different channels today, and I'm really, really excited to have Molly Mahoney with us today. Hi, Molly.
Hey, I am so glad to be here. And can we just start off with me asking you a question? How do I get that? I liked that little countdown timer. It was so cool.
Oh, yes, it's a very popular question. It is made with Wave.video, of course, which
Amazing. Imagine that.
So, I can give a demo later on how it's done. It's actually quite easy. And
I love it.
if you notice, I took the promo that we had for the live show ahead of time and brought it in and edited a bit, just added the countdown before.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, we can do that. So for those of you who don't know Molly, why don't you introduce yourself, because you will do a much better job than I ever could.
Sure. Hi, I'm Molly Mahoney. I am a brand ambassador with Be.Live and also the host of Camera Confidence Live every Wednesday over on my business page, which is The Prepared Performer. And at my company, The Prepared Performer, we help experts and influencers to increase their visibility and monetize it using our Go Live and Monetize method and the Map to Millions framework. And I'm super stoked to be here to be able to talk to you about all this stuff. So it's going to be so fun.
This is amazing. I can't speak highly enough of Molly. I see more and more people are joining. So if you are joining in with us right now, please put your comments, introduce yourself in the comments. It's always good to see who's here. Usually we have a lot of familiar faces, and that is great. If you're new, if you're joining today, just please introduce yourself to everybody. And it's always great to have some conversations between each other and just kind of comment on what's going on. We do like to show comments on the screen as we go along, like this one. Oh, that was me. Sorry. Pam, who says Molly's a rock star. Indeed, she is. So
Pam is an awesome member of our Glam fam. She does amazing social media magic for real estate agents and all sorts of business owners. It's awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's great. And I always love it when people know the members of their community. I try to know everybody in ours, but again, if you're new and I haven't met you, please do introduce yourself. I'd love to know who you are and what you do, as well as Molly would. So the topic of today is how to make money with live streams. And I guess I'll just jump right into it. Molly, how do you make money with live streams?
What a big question. So actually this morning I was thinking, wait, first of all, Daniel, I didn't ask you about this. Can I do a little giveaway?
Absolutely.
Is that okay? Okay, so let me just, and this is also a teaching moment and a giveaway moment. So what we do is we do this nugget giveaway every live stream. So if you hear something today that is something that's like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. Oh, I forgot about that. I should put that into action. I am going to share tips, and Daniel is going to be sharing tips. And when we share these strategies, I want you to write the hashtag nugget and then share what the tip or strategy was below the video. As we do that, at the end, Daniel, I'll have you just scroll through and pick somebody, and I will send a selfie light in the mail, a real light that you can clip onto your phone or your computer to be able to have better lighting when you go live. And this not only allows you to win a selfie light that I actually send you in the mail, it also does a couple other things. So it lets us know what you're resonating with, what tips you are, jiving with, helps Daniel and I both to create more content in the future. It also feeds what I call the social triangle, which is one of the keys to making money in live video with live video. And the social triangle is when you're on a platform like Facebook. Sometimes we think like, oh, I'm just going to use an amazing tool like Wave and I'm going to put out loads of content and everything's going to happen and everybody's going to start buying my stuff. Sadly, even though Wave is amazing, even though Be.Live is amazing, it doesn't actually work that way. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we're connecting with the humans, which Daniel, you do so brilliantly, connecting with real human beings. And also we have to be connecting with the platform. So we have to be feeding Facebook. And when you give us lots of long, juicy comments like that, then that helps us to keep feeding Facebook, right? So it boosts the organic reach of your videos too. So does that sound good? A giveaway like that?
Was a nugget right there. That was if anything we learned today, it's already worth it. Hang up now. Go. You're done. We don't need anything else. Well, I think there's a lot more coming.
Yeah,
totally. But that was a real juicy nugget. So getting the audience to have to post long comments. I think
Yeah,
that
so it
is really,
feels
really
more
great.
like a conversation. Like Mimi, who I love and know, she says, "Hey girl, hey, good to see you." Sounds interesting, right? Ralphie is saying what Ralphie's saying, I serve child-free women looking for child-free tribe. Like, it's awesome for you to identify who you are. Those longer comments are going to help us to get to know you better and help Facebook to know that we are actually, having real conversations. And we don't have to say every 5 seconds, "Oh, let us know. Oh, drop a comment." Like, you don't have to stop the conversation to do it. So it's pretty cool.
It's really awesome. Now, I will say this: if you noticed, there's a bit. If you're a returning visitor to our show, you'll notice that there's a bit of a difference in style here, and that is I'm much closer to the camera, and there's a reason for that, and that is because Molly is known for being very close to the camera like this, and I didn't want to be the one that's all the way over here while Molly's face is big. So I came in closer, and you might notice that I'm having a little bit of a logistical issue figuring this all out. So I might be over here a bit or there. You'll get it. There's a nugget for you.
So I actually noticed it. No one has ever done that. We got on and I said, "Daniel, we're like the same frame size." And he said, "Yeah, because I know that's what you do." And I did it on purpose. That was so awesome. But there's a reason that I do that. There's 2 reasons that I do that. One is the reason it happened in the first place is because when I first started live streaming, I didn't have space for a big old office. I was teaching, or a big old studio, I was teaching voice lessons from the extra bedroom at our house. I had a piano in there, I had a desk in there, and there were a lot of windows. So I didn't really have anywhere that I could have a big space. So what I did is I used a music stand with my computer on it, and I would there was only one wall in the room that was right next to the door. So the only way I could do it is if literally the music stand was like a lap desk, like right in front of me. And it, by force, the camera was up closer. But what it did is it allowed me to create these deeper connections, because it's really like we're sitting in a coffee shop and I'm directly across the street from your face across the table. So it ended up having kind of a dual effect.
Well, you've done very, very well. So I would assume there's it's a positive thing. So let's get back to the topic here.
Yeah.
And we started out with you started talking about the social triangle. So let's go back in there and let's talk about, okay, what are the 3 elements? I'm having a hard time getting my 3 in the screen here. What are the 3 elements of the 3 corners of a social triangle? How does that work?
So the 3 elements are you, the person who's showing up and putting the content out there, right? If you don't show up and put out content, no one is going to know who you are. No one's going to find you, no matter how awesome your product or service is. The other piece is your ideal client, or the person that you're looking to connect to. And that can be an ideal client, but it can also be a power partner. There's so much to say for relationships. And like, I do have to say, Daniel and I have tried so many times, like at Social Media Marketing World, holy smokes, we tried so many times to connect, and we've fought to make our relationship happen, which I'm proud of us for. But you've got to make sure that, you're showing up, and Daniel, you do this in such an awesome way, that you're showing up and connecting with those people who have communities that would benefit from your product and service. Right? So that's your power partners. You're connecting with the ideal client or the power partner. And then you're not only connecting with them, you're commenting on their stuff. You're showing up and giving their stuff love as well. A lot of times we post things and we think like, "Oh, I wish everybody would like my stuff or comment on my stuff," but we're not giving any of that love back to anybody else. So that's the second one. And then the third one, Nancy Lewis Hill, I love you. The third one is the platform. So you've got to be paying attention to the platform that you're playing on, and recognize we don't own Facebook. So if you're going to sit here and be a grouch and get bummed that like something changed on the platform, that's not the best way to build a business. You want to move with the cheese, stay up on the changes that are happening, use them as opportunities, and listen. When the platform tells you what they want, give them what they want. And Facebook has told us they want longer conversations. So we should give them that. And they want to keep people on the platform longer. So that's one of the reasons I love live videos, because we're able to have these conversations that continue to feed the platform. It's, little videos can be awesome for different things, but eventually the goal is to keep people on the platform as much as possible. So we don't want to send them off the platform with links. We want to use messenger bots where they're commenting below to get access to something, because it keeps them within the Facebook ecosystem.
Right. And I think also Facebook likes driving external traffic to your lives. They
Yeah.
prefer that. So when they see
Yeah.
there's more traffic coming from outside, that's when they boost the live and they show it more in the feed.
And it really only makes sense because if you are giving them traffic from other places, whether it's, we have this whole APR method, which is the framework for our map to millions that we're going to talk about, which I'm so excited about. But if you can be driving traffic from your blog, from your email, from text message, from Messenger bot, from talking to a person on the phone, whatever it is, if you can drive traffic from these other places, then it helps them know that you're referring people to them, to the platform, which then means they can monetize it with ads. Right? The more people that are on the platform, the more ads people will see, the more people that are available to see ads, because it is a business. It's just, it makes sense. So, yeah.
Okay. So just very quickly, 3 words for each. Let's summarize. The triangle is platform.
It's you. Yeah. So it's the platform, right? And then it's you, the human, who's showing up and putting out content. And then it's your ideal client or power partner, the person that you're looking to connect with.
Awesome. Look at that. I'm really having a hard time with this. That's so funny.
I know sometimes I do. I'm always like, how do I do it? Maybe we do it like this. How do you make a triangle? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's all mirror image here. Never mind.
I know.
Awesome. Guys, I see some really good people are posting some summaries here, but I think who was it? Craig, you had a good nugget there. Make sure to use the make sure to use the hashtag nugget. Anyways, moving forward. So you've done. Let's start with the beginning. The beginning is you need to start promoting the live. So how do you, Molly Mahoney, promote your lives? Because how many people do you have in your lives usually?
This last week we had, which was a bigger week than usual, but last week we had 130 people on live, which was so cool. And so
that is awesome.
And that, usually it's like 30 to 50, which I'm so grateful for. But sometimes, like last week, which I can kind of dissect and explain why that happened last week, but it was awesome. And we had about like 130 to 120 on for over an hour. We stayed on for about an hour and 20 minutes, which was really cool. And it wasn't like a masterclass or something where I had done paid ads. It was something, it was just a very specific topic that I think people really wanted to hear. And then we made sure we promoted it in a big way.
We have Jessica Phillips with us. Jessica Phillips in the house.
Hi, Jessica.
So how do you promote your what is your technique to promote your lives? How do you get people to come and join?
We have this method that we call the map to millions. And within the map to millions, there is something that we call the APR. And so the APR is announce, pretend, repurpose. And so if you are not announcing that your video is happening, it is very hard to get people to show up for it. Yeah. I love Stephanie Liu says, if they don't know, they won't show. So you've got to make sure that they actually know that it's happening and recognize that there's so much content being put out there and there's only so much time in a day that it's a very good chance that most people are going to miss if you only announce it one time. Most people are going to miss that. So yeah, so we have I have a little infographic that I can share if that's possible.
Yeah. This infographic is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. So get ready for this one.
Watch out. I'm going to show you the simplest version of this right now, just so that we start kind of slow.
It has evolved over time, right? It has.
Okay, awesome. I love it. Okay, so this is the map to millions, and this is the foundational version of it. And so everything that you see on the left-hand side, this is your announce tasks. What you see in the middle, this is like the actual videos that are happening. So you'll notice this teaser video is actually going to be the big bubbles here. This teaser video at the top is going to lead towards your pre-scheduled Facebook Live, right? And then after that, you're going to make sure that on every video, you're getting some sort of email, phone number, messenger bot subscription, some sort of sign up, registration, opt-in that's going to lead towards a free gift and then building relationships. And I'm saying this part on the right-hand side first, because that's actually going to lead us back to the ability to be able to send an email and drive traffic. So if you're thinking, I don't have a list right now, yeah, because you haven't given people a reason to get on your list. If you're like, I don't have traffic on my business page. Yeah, because you haven't given people a reason to go to your business page. Right? So, yeah. So I can walk through this whole little thing. And actually, Daniel, I was thinking this morning, as I was getting ready for this video, I was thinking, if you are someone who is serving business owners, if you are someone who does anything in the marketing space, if you are someone who does anything in the world of online, which I'm guessing a lot of you know at least a little bit about it because you're here on the Wave.video page, right?
Yeah.
If you are offering some sort of business like that, you know, a B2B business offering, and you don't have too many clients to handle, like if you don't have more clients than you can handle right now, there's something that you are not doing in how you're showing up. Because right now, there are so many people who need us in this space.
Right. Exactly.
Everyone's business was forced online, and you have the ability to get out and help them. So pay close attention, because you can be making lots of offers and be helping a lot of people and be paid handsomely for it. Even right now in an economic downturn, we in the online space have so much that we can give and share. So do it. Okay. So
I love it. I love it. It's so true. It's so
it's
true.
Like super true.
Okay. Let's just, somebody's asking, an anonymous Facebook user is asking the P and R. Let's just repeat that. That was the APR, announce.
Pretend. So when you go live, even if no one's there, you pretend that people are there. You have what I call a Mr. Rogers style conversation. So Mr. Rogers didn't say, hey, everybody in TV land. He said, hey, neighbor. He spoke to one person as if they were really there.
Wow. Wow. That is such an observation. That is amazing. Yeah,
it's there. I mean, we could go on for a whole hour and even more about that, but it's a huge shift in the way that you do your videos and the way you communicate. And then the R, which is not this infographic doesn't have the crazy amount of bubbles. I have another version of this with all the R, which is repurpose. And so we're going to get into that later, but I wanted to slow the roll a little bit at first.
Yeah, so let's simplify this chart for us, even though this is a simple version of it. And by the way, we follow something very, very similar, which when I spoke to Molly about this, and I told her what we are doing with repurposing, she said, "Oh my God, you got to see my map to millions." I looked at it and I'm like, "Oh my God, Molly took what we did, or well, she invented it ahead of time." And she's like 2 years ahead of us, and really went ballistic with this, and it has a system that really works. Yeah. And then we took that and adopted some of her techniques. So if you're watching with stuff that we're doing and how we're promoting and repurposing, a lot of that comes from Molly as well. Yeah. So it took us a long time to figure it all out. So Molly, let's try to show this. We only have a limited time here. Let's try to simplify this.
Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set a weekly schedule. So you're going to go live at the same time every single week. Don't mess around. You want to be consistent and show up. And that's why the top bubble on the left-hand side is set a weekly schedule. Write the schedule in your cover photo. And it's awesome if you can create a video with Wave that says what's happening and the benefits you provide and the people you serve and when you're going live every week. Right? So get that in your cover photo. That means you have no excuse. You can't chicken out. You've told the world it's happening. You now have to show up. Right? So that's like standard. Then you're going to do all these things, the green bubbles that are pointing towards the scheduled Facebook Live. So just like we did today, you want to pre-schedule that live video. I am on the team at Be.Live. We use Be.Live to do this. You can create a photo in that little cover photo. Which is awesome. You can use all sorts. We like to actually use a pretty link. So do you see underneath here where it says create a pretty link? That way, if anything weird happens when you do all of this promotion, you can actually swap out the link. So if Facebook decides to have a bad day and like your video has no sound, if something weird happens, you can swap that link out and you don't lose on all the promotion that you've done ahead of time.
That is so worth the subscription for Pretty Link. I think that's what. Yeah, we've messed up so many times on that. I think we should do it. I'm going to take a
seriously game changer. And the other thing that's cool about it is that when you create, if I'm on my website, I use Pretty Link. If I'm not using my actual full domain, I'll use a tool called Rebrand Lee. And I have Molly.live registered at Rebrand Lee. And I can tell you, if you go to Molly.live/content, you're going to go to an awesome video about how to create content. If you go to Molly.live/changes, you're going to go to the video that we did last week about all the changes that have happened with Facebook. And if I want to create a promotional IG story, Facebook story, little graphic that has images and moving like a video on it with Wave, I can easily use molly.live/wave.live, which would take you back to this video. Like I've already created that, and it makes it way easier than writing that really long Facebook link.
Right. That is brilliant. Such a great nugget there.
I love it. Nugget. Hashtag nugget. I love it. Okay, so then this is one of our, this is the main driving force of the Map to Millions, is that we use it with messenger bots. So we do a post with a comment call to action. So the post will say, hey, if you want to learn, are you experiencing this problem? If you are, I'm going to be doing an upcoming free training on it. Let me know below this post if you'd like to join us, and I'll get you access. In this post, I don't say, come back at 10 a.m. on Facebook Live. I say, let me know below this post and I'll get you access. Even though it's just going to be a Facebook Live on my business page, right? So they comment below, they're sent a message instantly from the messenger bot that says, hey, did you want to join Molly for this upcoming training? And would you like to be reminded about our weekly trainings? Click yes. They click yes. And then they are confirmed as wanting reminders in the future. So now we're building our bot subscriber base by having people comment below that post. And we can do a Facebook ad with this post. So when you do a pre-scheduled live video, you can't do an ad for it until after the video is live. But if you do an ad on this, which drives traffic to the bot, which then sends them the link for the live video, you're able to drive traffic to that live video ahead of time. And so I know it's a little complicated. And if you don't use bots, you can do it as a human being. You just reply to the person and say exactly what I just said. Like, hey, do you want to join us for our upcoming live video? Awesome. Drop your email here and I'll get you access.
Right. So you're actually using you're using the bot together with email. I think this is what's really innovative of what you do. And guys, I've been on Molly's challenge group. If you want to see how a challenge group is run super professionally, like top notch, join Molly's challenge group. Look it up, and she has a combination of bots and emails. Really, all the best practices. Experience it for yourself. It's a great challenge too. But also I took it and I learned so much just by participating in how to run a challenge group. I adopted maybe 5% of her techniques, and the performance just jumped. And so yeah, I'll take that. I'll join the next challenge you're doing, Molly, so I can improve again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how you use the bots with the emails. That's great.
And phone numbers too. So we're actually getting, like on this infographic, it says we get email, but we also get phone numbers at that point also. So ManyChat is a tool that we use for bots, which is ManyChat. And with ManyChat, you can get phone number and email. And also you can export that information right away into a spreadsheet. So you're able to actually connect that or collect that, but it also goes straight to our ConvertKit email service provider. It's all connected seamlessly. So it's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we talked about the bots, which you don't have to do, but they help a lot, right? So it's kind of an added plug-in to the whole system here. But the whole point originally was you create a date, you create a schedule, you pre-schedule the stream, so you're good with that. You promote that in different ways on social multiple times. Then you jump on the stream, right? So now we're getting into.
And you want to make sure that a lot of these are comment oriented. So you're not always posting the link. Like, go to this link. You're saying, hey, do you have this problem? Let me know and I'll solve it for you. So you're building, we call them ladder posts. You're feeding that social triangle, because now people are commenting on your stuff. You then reply to that comment. You send a message. You're building this. You're telling the algorithm that you're connected, which is going to boost your organic reach. And you're building real relationships also. So you're like being a better person.
Yes, I love that. Okay.
And then this teaser video is another thing that we do that is really kind of different. Thanks, Denise, so much. So the teaser video is something that we do on our personal page. And that teaser video is sloppy. It's not super bullet pointed. Like our videos on our business page are usually very structured. We have a full system that we teach in Camera Confidence on how to set that up. But when you're doing this on your personal page, I'm driving traffic to the pre-scheduled video by just having a chill conversation. So, I'm not saying, hey, at 10 o'clock, I'm going live on Be.Live, right? I'm saying like, oh my gosh, how are you dealing with the kids being at home? Are you losing your mind? I want to know how this is for you. And actually, I would love to use one of your nuggets on my video about balance, which is coming up at 10. So I like sneak it in there in a more casual conversation.
Casual conversation. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. So it just kind of sneaks in. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So there's a lot of work now. Okay, so let me ask you this. And I took a slide out away for a few seconds. So let me ask you this: how do you scale that up? So if there's a limit to how much an individual can do all of this work, right? And I know you have a team you work with. So when you're having these conversations with people, is that different people on your team that do it?
Great question. So and this may seem crazy, but I don't actually, for the most part, I don't have team members log into my personal Facebook account because it's technically against the terms of service. Mm-hmm. So there's two things that we do. Sometimes when we're not in stay home COVID space, I do have an assistant who comes here who will help by simply replying to people to get them the right information when we're doing that. And sometimes she'll reply as the business page. So you can have a team member reply as your business page, and then no one has to log into your personal account. We've also been working on building the visibility of our team members. So like Nancy Lewis Hill is one of our community members. And so Nancy is in there as her own personal profile, connecting with people on our behalf inside the group and inside, different places. The other thing is, eventually, once you get to the point where you're getting more than 10 comments on a post, you use a messenger bot. So for most of it on my business page, it's all it's all automated. But when I started it, it wasn't automated. When I started it, it was humans, right? But we continue to use a good mix between it because we have found that we have a system so that it doesn't take hours and hours and hours. But when you can dedicate time to actually building relationships with real people, everything's going to change for you. And even Shailene Johnson, who is like a big deal, this is one of her top priorities in her business, is getting in there and having conversations. We use text expanders like she does. So if there's frequently asked questions, you have a text expander where you can just like put in the little code. We use codes that add longer conversation. Like, do you know what I mean by it? Does everyone know what a text expander is? Just to make sure.
Are you talking about in Facebook or in...
So like on my computer or on my phone, I'll have a little thing where if I type in like hashtag like #12 or something, I don't know, whatever. Like I have a couple of different text expanders that I use. When I use a certain amount of text, it will automatically trigger a full message. So if someone asks, Shailene Johnson uses this example, so I'll use her example. She said that she has a pair of shoes that people were asking about a lot. And she could have replied back and said, I got the shoes at yada, yada. Like they're Fluvogs is what I would say. I love Fluvog. But instead, she wrote up a whole like 2-paragraph answer that's like, OMG girl, like, aren't they the most amazing shoes ever? Totally. I got them at this place when I was with my husband on this trip doing like this full story about it. And she has it basically saved in her notes is an easy way to do it. But if you have a text expander, you would do like shoey, a word that you wouldn't really write. And when you type shoey, it automatically adds that amount of text to the message.
Oh, wow. So this is part of the phone features or the app features?
It's you can get it on your phone or on your computer. It's if you Google text expanders, there's lots of different types of, I think on an iPhone, it's actually just part of the iPhone. On Android, I had to get an app. Okay. So yeah. Google, so here's the nugget. Google text expander for basically canned responses, right? Yeah. And here, Mark is asking, is it just for iPhone or Android? Yeah, I think. So I use just before you. Well, I was reading your mind. I should do a training on that. I don't talk about them very often, but Kenneth, so good to see you. It's a game changer. Be careful what letters you use, because I had this message about an opportunity and I made the text expander OPP. And now every time I write the word opportunity, it automatically puts the whole sentence in. And it's such a pain in my butt. So I have to go back and change it, which I haven't done yet. But be careful about what letters you use for your text expanders. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that was such an awesome nugget. I don't ever even talk about it. It's like seriously ninja. The other thing that we do that's super ninja when it comes to announcing is we use friends lists. Do you know much about friends lists? Friends list? Yeah. No. So this is on Facebook? I am about ready to actually blow your mind. So if I have, so let's say I'm in the Be.Livers group and I have people that I know, like with Be.Live, I'm part of the team at Be.Live, right? So I'm going to be in that group. Oh, and if you're watching this in the Be.Livers group, I see some of you there. Make sure you click. I'm going to put the link to our actual video here. So make sure you come over to the real video. Same thing if you're watching this inside the Wave group. I know we can see your comments here, but like I like when you're actually with us on the business page. So come over here. Okay. I'm putting the link there. Wait 1 second. Okay. So if I'm here in the group and I know that like the Be.Livers group is our group, right? So I'm not being a creeper by going into somebody else's group and taking their clients. I am connecting in a way that is like life-giving. I'm supporting the community, whatever, right? I always say before I explain this tool that you have to promise to use it for good, not for evil. Do you promise?
Me? Yes, I have.
Okay, awesome.
Everyone else, at least good from my perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The main thing is we don't steal clients. So like if you come into, for perfect example, if Owen, who's a very good friend of mine, but if Owen was to come into my Facebook group, which is live video and chatbots for entrepreneurs, if he was to come into my Facebook group and start using this technique to start selling people something about how to use live video, it would be really bad karma and really rude. But if you're using it, like sometimes I'll suggest to do this if it's like a community that's not based on, it's not a person who has a competing service to you. It's you just want to be careful. And if you feel like a creeper when you're doing it, you're probably being a creeper. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. So
and these techniques, you know, frankly, we've all done various techniques, growth hacking techniques. They work in the short term, but they don't build a sustainable business. And it's, you know, and it's okay to sometimes do them as a gimmick, right? You do something, but if you're finding yourself under pressure to do more and more growth hacks, there's something wrong deep inside.
Yeah, and the foundations of your business that you're offering. 1,000,000%. So I'm actually going to stop sharing this map to millions screen so that I can show you this cool thing.
Okay.
So, and this isn't really so much as a hack as it is a way to organize your networking.
Wait. So, are you trying to share something, Molly?
I'm going to in just a second, but I had to remove that because I'm going to share something different. So hold this out. Okay. So I am going to share this Chrome tab, which is my Facebook page.
We're all in suspense to see this new thing. Here we go.
Okay.
So, friends list.
Two things on this page that you will notice. Do you see that this is my Facebook account?
Yes. So this is your personal account.
My personal profile, my personal newsfeed, actually. But do you notice there's no newsfeed here?
Yeah. What's with that?
Because I'm a ninja. So when you're using stuff like I'm talking about, you know, you have this amazing tool with Be.Live to go live every week, you know, be able to optimize your video with like frames and stuff. And we're talking about selling in a moment, which I'm super stoked to talk about the ways that you can actually sell products on live video. But if you don't have people to sell it to, it doesn't matter. The problem is a lot of us, when we start to do the networking stuff that I'm talking about, we get sucked into the depths of silly stuff on Facebook. And we don't want to do that. We want to be very focused. So I use another tool called the Newsfeed Eradicator to remove my newsfeed.
So that's a plugin.
It's a Chrome extension. Yeah, it's a Chrome extension. So I have no news
extension. Is it free?
Yeah. And so I am very careful to make sure that I do go to the newsfeed. So on my phone, I check the newsfeed all the time, you know, intentionally though. I'm being purposeful about my networking. So if there was one day I hadn't checked the newsfeed in like 24 hours and it was the day that Instagram had shut down all day or something and I'd missed it completely because I didn't see anything anybody wrote in the newsfeed. So I check in on it. But for the most part, I have the newsfeed turned off. That's the first thing. Okay.
I love that. I love it. You know, so many of us are I'm always astonished at people. You know, if I never check the newsfeed during work hours. It's just my work ethic. It's the way
you're like, good.
I was raised like that. But like, you know, you're at work, you're not supposed to do this kind of thing. And I do find myself sometimes creeping into it, but I'm always shocked at, you know, how many, if I post in the middle of the workday, how many responses I get you're like, aren't you supposed to be working? Why are you reading my post right now?
For a lot of us, though, those responses are actually working. Like for me, that would be work if I was posting and I was commenting on other people's stuff, but I'm doing it on purpose. So I like it. Here, and let me show you what you do. So you don't have this news feed. You have your own news feed that you create. So over here on the left, there's this friends list. Dealey Bobber here.
Yep, right there on the bottom left.
Yep. So when you click on it, now I teach this in our courses and in different trainings that I do for our GLAM program and our camera confidence program and the Be.Live stuff like that. So I have a lot of these like bride power partners because I was coaching a group of wedding planners. But what this is it's all different groups that I've created here of people that I'm connected to. So if I have this power partners list, right, I click on it. And then you can see inside, Facebook then creates my own news feed of power partners. So Luria, awesome live video person who I love. We are great referral partners. You know, we are good friends and send people clients all the time. So I want to keep upgrading the social triangle by being like, hey, I love it. 2 dances for your video. They have dance timers. Oh my gosh, she's crazy. Right. So I'm going to comment. I'm going to read it, make sure that I actually like what she's saying. I'm going to leave a emoji, and then I'm maybe going to comment on it. It's all people that I know I want to be connecting with. So I'm feeding that social triangle intentionally.
Wow. Okay. So what are your groups? We'll go back to how you use this in a minute, because tie it back to our whole strategy. But what are the different groups in here? Can you give us a
so I suggest that you start, and this is
your friends?
So this is part of a program or a strategy that I call organic retargeting. And it's basically you're creating, it feels like a retargeting ad almost, but it's using just your own networking on Facebook. So the groups that I suggest you start with are power partners, ideal clients, friends, like your actual friends and family, because sometimes we forget to actually talk to our friends and family because we're so focused on work, right? I do this presentation for our clients so often, and now I can't remember the others. Okay, power partners, potential clients, friends and family, your current clients. So like the people that you actually are working with now, because you want to be celebrating them. So like for Wave, you could have a whole list. You could have a list of the power partners within Wave, like, you know, the Friends of Wave Facebook group. That could all be a list where you're intentionally, not Facebook group, you know what I mean, that Facebook chat that you have. So then you also could have a list of speaking decision makers. So podcast hosts, people who have Facebook Live shows, people who are running events where you may speak on their event or at their summit, and you're continuing to network with those people and intentionally showing up and loving on their stuff. And it's all organized. So that's those 5 categories are the ones that I would start with.
That is awesome. That is really, really great. And I think anybody can think of a few different groups like that. And then there's everybody else, all these people who just friend you, and then you just leave them uncategorized, right?
Right. So that's, I mean, and if I can't put them into some specific category, whether it's a real friend, like someone I just want to spend time with, or whether it's a power partner, then you probably shouldn't be friends with them on Facebook. If they're not your family or your friend, and they're not someone that you're going to connect with for some other sort of intention, then why are they on your friends list? Why are they your friend? I don't know. Yeah. Guilt? I don't know. It depends, you know? Yes, Franny, this will be here. Hooray.
Yeah. We don't delete the after the live. The live is the opportunity to participate in a conversation, but the videos are always there after, of course.
And Franny, just so you know, also, because Franny's a new member of our GLAM program and our camera confidence program, we have a whole training on this. It's the last training inside the camera confidence guide. Just so you know, there's like slides and everything for you to be able to do this too.
Awesome. So that was great. Okay, beautiful. This is so much value you're giving here. This is incredible. Really incredible stuff. And okay, so you're sort of doing this organic retargeting or manual retargeting for high value people. Oops,
Can I stop the screen share? Should I stop the screen sharing now?
Oh, you don't have to stop it. I'll just ignore it. Just you, and it's time to.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Yeah, that's good.
And we've got here Camille is dropping nuggets. Camille. Okay. I guess it's an insider thing.
I know, that's so funny. I love it.
Okay, so
So let's get to like what happens when you're actually live. Like that was a lot of stuff about how to get people there.
That was a lot of stuff. Okay, but that was so essentially just to wrap this topic up. You do all of this in order to help manually promote your live shows, right? So your personal Facebook profile is a critical instrument in promoting your page's live shows. Right?
Yes. And you want to be careful not to do, like, we have a rule in our programs that you do 80% personal stuff, 20% business on your personal profile. And on your business page, you do 80% business and 20% personal. So if you do too much business on your personal page and a personal profile and not enough personal stuff, you're putting yourself at risk of getting your page shut down, your profile shut down, because you shouldn't really be using your profile solely for business. It's against compliance.
Yeah. And it's, and it's kind of not, I don't know that that's what the audience really wants. Okay. But
and you're a salesy weirdo. So just make sure, even though I'm talking about all these ways to do it, like show up as a human being as well, which I have loads of stuff about that too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We are all humans too. Yeah. So there I go out of the screen again. Okay. So let's talk about the live itself. And we could keep going hours with you, Molly. And I see our audience attention is really high. So I'm going to keep going here.
Okay. I have until 9 o'clock. I don't know.
Time. Okay,
yeah.
So so let's talk about the live itself a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So I will just share my favorite things that I love about when you actually go live that make things super efficient and super effective when it comes to creating actual conversions. So inside Be.Live, we have this agenda feature where you can plop in your bullet points ahead of time. And there are certain things that I used to forget to say, like asking people to share the video. First of all, Facebook doesn't want us to ask for shares. We're not supposed to say that word because it can technically be like engagement bait. So I say the word sprinkle. So I'll say, sprinkle this amongst your community and come back and let me know if you've sprinkled.
I love that. Oh my God, that's so cute.
So, so you can use any word that you want, right? But the thing is, that's one piece that I used to forget a lot. And so I started using my agenda feature more strategically to remind myself what to do. I don't script out the whole video, but I do have very key bullet points. And in our value videos, we purposely do these bullet points for a few reasons. Almost every video is like 5 ways to learn blah, 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 kind of listicle style. And by having those bullet points, I can literally, like, I tap into my community. I know the problem they're experiencing. I'm going to show up and solve it. And I decide I'm going to share 5 keys to whatever. Sometimes when I make the description for my video, I don't know what those 5 keys are yet. Right? I take some time to decide it. And then before I go live, I come in and I plop out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what those 5 keys are. And then I can bring them into the live stream easily without having to worry about what I'm talking about. Same thing for you, because you are an expert in what you are going to be sharing, right? So, you don't want to have things all scripted out. You just want to have those bullet points there. And we always offer a call to action for a free gift at the top of the video. We don't wait until the end. And there's a very specific reason for that as well.
So, okay, hold on to that specific reason.
Yes, I thought I'd pause for a moment.
Yes. Hold on, let's keep a dramatic pause here. And speaking of gifts and special offers, you did mention to me before the show that you have a coupon code for Be.Live, which I think would be awesome to share with our audience. And we waited this long, but let's do it. I will put it in the comments here as well. What is your coupon code and how does it help?
The coupon code for Be.Live, if you would like to upgrade to the paid version of Be.Live, which we love, all you have to do is use the word Molly when you go to checkout. So you have to actually select that you're going to upgrade your account. You get to the checkout page. There's a place to enter a coupon code right before you pay, and the word Molly, M-O-L-L-Y. If you go to molly.live, you'll actually go to a landing page that has a video content planner, a live video masterclass, all these different things. And one of them is Be.Live. So you can click on that Be.Live link. I don't know if you guys have a Be.Live link as well, but if you go there, you can, once you click through, you'll get a free trial. When you're ready to pay, which I think you should just do right away, you can use the code Molly, and that will get you 30% off, which is pretty awesome.
All caps?
Yeah.
All caps, and it's 30% off any plan, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Life?
I don't think they have a lifetime plan.
30% off. So 30% off the first.
30% off. Yeah, if it's monthly, it's 30% off for the, if you're paying the monthly plan, you'll get 30% off every month. If you're paying for the annual plan, you'll get 30% off of the whole year. So
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I put that in the comments. So
Hey.
there we go. People can have it. Yep, it's out.
Hooray!
Okay.
So, and here's what we do when it comes to that free gift. At the very beginning of the video, I say we almost always do show notes. And so our show notes are a very strategic part of our repurposing. So we say, give us the word notes below this video if you want access to the show notes. The show notes then are we actually just hired someone to do new show notes for us this week. And I'm so excited because she's like ridiculously amazing. And they're going to be so detailed now. It is so cool. But up until now, what we've been doing is at the end of every single video, and this is how we suggest you get started with it. At the end of every video, we do a speedy recap. So Be.Live makes it super easy for me to come back to that agenda and say, hey, I'm going to do the speedy recap. I clap. That way, after I download the video, we can find that spike in the audio to be able to find where the speedy recap starts. And then I just go through the recap of the whole video and I pull those agenda items up on the screen. Then we transcribe just that part of the video. And that becomes videos that we use all over the place, which you can edit with something like Wave and add text to it. And then we also can make little snippets of those videos so that each bullet point can become its own video.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. This is like you got repurposing here, mastermind. So let's repurposing ninja. Okay. Let's talk about the repurposing. We've moved officially moved from
actually to after. Wait, before we go to repurposing, can I share one more thing about while you're live?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So inside Be.Live also, we have this live shopping option. Have you seen this?
Inside Be.Live? No.
This is super cool. So there's two things this one's been around for several months, but there's two new things within Be.Live that are so cool. So the live shopping is if you have, let's say you have, you're selling clothes, right? And you have leggings that you sell, you have dresses that you sell, you have shirts and you have skirts. Okay. So pants, dresses, shirts, and skirts. You can actually create little collections of sale items inside Be.Live. It's a little live shopping button. You click on it and the price, the description, everything is there. And you can scroll through these products right there on the live stream. It is crazy awesome. And you can be super prepared ahead of time so that let's say you're actually doing a live. We love LuLaRoe, the company LuLaRoe. Let's say I'm selling dresses live and I'm showing the different colors, but on the screen, I can pull up the main like sizing and the styles and the things about that dress that are standard can be right there on the screen. So I don't have to explain it to new people that come in. So it's like your own QVC.
Yeah. Wow. So that's exclusive to Be.Live, right?
Yeah. It's all built within the Be.Live platform and it is awesome.
That is pretty. Okay. So you can actually sell during the live itself, which is really neat.
It's awesome. Okay. And then the other cool thing that you can do is you can take, like when you add media in, like photos, images, GIFs, we can do all of that. You can actually upload videos. But what's even cooler is you don't have to upload the video anymore. This just came out this week. You can actually go to a YouTube video or an MP4 link, grab that link, and there's a little button that you click and you can actually add the link into your video stream and it will pull your video straight from YouTube into your video stream.
Oh, nice. Oh, so it can bring it right in. Okay, cool. So we can, I don't have to do the whole work. So for instance, we had our, let me just show here. We had our intro in the intro, right?
Yeah.
In your case, in the Be.Live, you can actually just use a link.
Yep.
And then show in real time any kind of video that you want to watch together online, some video.
Yeah. You want to be careful about the rights and stuff. Like if you don't have rights to play somebody else's video, but I had a guest I did a show on Saturday and she was talking about how she does flying trapeze in her backyard, which is so cool. And so I Googled it. I found a video of her doing flying trapeze and I put it in the YouTube link in the middle of the show and brought it on.
Now that solves a real problem that we have with live shows. That is, our aesthetics are very limited, right? Yeah. We have very, we're in a very limited space, right? I might be able to change my green screen a bit like this, or
Yeah.
do something a little bit different. But ultimately, visually, we're stuck here.
Mhm.
We're stuck with two talking heads. It's stupid, right? Visually, right? I love what you did. You're like, you make it a little more
I'm like,
different like this, but you've mastered, facial expressions and motion and talking hands and all this stuff, which helps. But in the end of the day, we're stuck with two talking heads. This feature allows you to kind of break it up a bit and have a little bit of something else. And if you notice, that's kind of why I try to deal with these like small changes as we go. Screen sharing helps, but yeah. So that's another way of doing it, is adding like just more videos in context as we go, which is wonderful.
and it
Wonderful.
doesn't have to tax the stream itself, because you're not uploading the video into the stream. You're just using that link off to the YouTube video.
So it's happening on the server rather than on
Exactly.
the personal connection, which is always never good enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Nice.
Okay. That's all. I'll stop
That's,
talking.
yeah, okay, great. I mean, we've covered so much here already. So let's talk about repurposing.
Yeah.
And wrap it up.
Okay.
So repurposing. So first of all, what is your goal in repurposing? Before we get into the tactics, like what do you try to achieve when you're repurposing your live videos?
Yes. Okay. So my sister, who is an Instagram expert, Mary Pendleton, Love Mary Pendleton is her Instagram handle. She said something at an event once, which I thought was so great. She said, when you signed up to be a business owner, I don't know if you realize this, but you also signed up to be a model.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny and actually true. And right now, your face is more of your logo than anything. So when we're repurposing our videos, there's several different, objectives with it. But one of the main objectives is to create that top of mind recognition. So we call it creating a brand ambassador. You're using this video to take little pieces of yourself, your value, communicate who you serve, why you serve them, how you serve them, and why people should work with you. And by being able to show up and do one live video a week and turn that into 50 to 100 pieces of content, which we don't do every week, but you could do every week if you wanted to.
Yep.
It saves you so much time. It allows you to have that top of mind feeling where people think that you're everywhere. And really all you did was one live video a week.
Right. Right. And it's especially strategically important when you're working with guest speakers. So what we do is we do the same thing, and we really dramatically increase the number of shares and engagement on Facebook and Twitter, because we will take, like, for instance, this live here, we will take snippets of it, repost, tag you, Molly, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to reshare it, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to tweet every single one of those little things, like maybe 10 times over a period. So it's really going to make a difference.
Yeah.
We've got to
I love these nuggets. So there's so many ways that we do this. And I'm popping my screen share back in here again. I thought it was frozen for a second. So there's so many ways that we do this, but with creating videos for IGTV, creating all these different videos, and Wave makes it so easy to be able to take quotes and put your quotes into a little video, like all of this stuff. But I have one that I would love to show you that's really ninja and unique. And so you actually used one of our repurposed things that I'm about to show you today on your business page. And I'm going to show you what it is. So on our videos, what we do is we go through after the video is done. I have a team member actually who does this. After every video that I'm on, she goes in and grabs GIFs of the video. Now, watch what happens. When I come here to do a post on Facebook, I can actually select GIF. Are you seeing my screen?
Yep. You're sharing it right now.
Perfect.
Yep.
Now, watch this. If I go into this little GIF guy, this actually ends up searching Tenor and Giphy in order to pull these GIFs into Facebook. So see where it says search GIFs across apps? So if I type in Molly Mahoney, all of these GIFs of my own self, my own face, look,
Right.
Mr. Rogers, aww.
Yeah.
All of these, this is the one that you would use, the secret one, right? All of these things are here. But now watch, and like when we first started it, we were doing things that were like from events and stuff. We do things now that have more text and they're more keyword heavy now. So watch this. If I search for go live, who's that? That's my face. If I search for Facebook, sometimes it works just as regular Facebook because it changes all the time, right? But if I do Facebook business, this one I found on accident. What? It's my face.
Go live. Yeah, awesome.
So good, right? And so this way, we've even had people like somebody has sent me a screenshot of an email that she got that had my face as the GIF in somebody else's email. That I didn't even know. So it's really a way to be able, if you're putting out things that are fun, that are, you know, search engine optimized, when you go to, like, if I go to Tenor, I can show you this. If I go to Tenor here and I look here, I can see how often, look, my GIF of our tortoise in the backyard was shared over 3,000 times. That is bananas, right? But I can see that my stuff has been shared. And when I come here, it's awesome content that not only I can use in posts when I'm doing things on Facebook, but also of my friends. So like there's things that I can come back and use of us, of our video, and then I can use it to send to you, right? So I've got all these GIFs here from our videos that then now I can use in my marketing. And it's all because I did one video and then chopped it up into these GIFs.
Right. And you're not shy of using your own GIFs of yourself in your marketing and in your comments, right? You're happy to do it.
Yeah. I mean, not always, but a lot of times. And when I'm messaging with people and stuff, if someone says yes to joining a program or something, I'll send them a little happy dance of me dancing. You know, it's like, it makes it fun. And it's a really easy way to repurpose.
Yeah, this is a super repurposing ninja trick. And yeah, we have a blog post about, I think, 100 different ways to repurpose your video. And this is one of them. And we've done this, not routinely, but we've done it as well, where we take, you know, after the live show, we would run through, sometimes I'll have like a half hour after a show, and I'll grab a couple of sections of the show. Sometimes I'll just capture the screen. I use with Snagit for this, and I just convert it right into animated GIF right there. So I look for like I quickly scan through. You just kind of
because if you scroll on the bottom, you can see the faces or the
hand motion. You see a big hand motion, and that usually comes with a facial motion. Otherwise, you have to watch the whole thing. So I use a scrub for a hand motion, and just grab that section, toss it in, and so many people have done this for. I've done it for quite a few. And they were like, "Oh my God, there's a gift of me!" And then they go ahead and share it everywhere and tag me and say,
"Then you can do it as a gift for your guests." Right. So we actually use Giphy Capture. It's a free tool for Mac. We love it. Giphy Capture. And then there's also a GIF tool that's a Chrome extension as well. It's like Chrome GIF Capture or something like that. That just does it. And you can add like the text here. Also on an Android phone, if you have a newer Android phone, like this one of Nancy, I love so much. But if you have a newer Android phone, when you click play on the video, there's a GIF option. You just click GIF and you can create one right there on your phone. And then we upload them to Tenor and to Giphy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And somebody's asking here again, it's Susanna. What's the app to create GIFs? So just in case she asked it after you mentioned, let's repeat them. It was the Giphy Capture.
Giphy Capture. And the other one is called like Chrome GIF extension. I don't know. Hold on. I'll find it. Chrome. No, it is. It's Chrome Giphy Capture. Is that right? Chrome Capture. That's what it's called.
Chrome Capture, which is awesome. I'm going to check those out because I use Snagit, which is a paid for, and it's a bit more. It's not really designed for this, so it takes a bit more work.
Yeah, this you don't have to do anything besides just hit bloop, and then it records, and then you hit bloop, and then it's done recording. And
then you're done. Okay, awesome. That's really, really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark is asking if you upload your GIFs to Tenor or to Giphy or both.
Both. I've noticed from mine that most are being pulled from Tenor, but I always upload them to both.
Right. Yeah, and I think that when you're on Messenger, tenor is more common, and when you're on Facebook comments, then maybe Giphy
Yeah.
is more common. Who knows?
So we just do both, and make sure
we
you
do.
include different keyword search stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And one thing we didn't really talk about today is that, like, what you're actually going to be doing your videos about. We got really technical into like the, ninja tricks on how to optimize the actual stream with Be.Live and how to repurpose and all this stuff. But if you don't actually show up, like Daniel said, if there's a deeper issue in your business foundations, none of this is going to work. So make sure that you actually, are connecting with the humans in your community and you're serving them at a deeper level. And if you need help with that, I got you.
Yeah. Yes. Again, I can recommend Molly, and I think that was a great way to end this session, saying maybe it's an opportunity to have another one at some point. And it's really awesome. And next time we'll try using Be.Live and show off maybe a couple of these features you're talking
we could
about.
show we could actually set it up ahead of time with the live selling and some of the YouTube links and all that. That would be awesome.
Let's do it, and let's do it with the proper. Let's follow the whole map to millions process.
Yeah, totally.
The whole thing, and make it a big extravaganza. How about that? So that is great. If there are any final questions here.
So about our topic, money with live streaming. So
money with live streaming. Yes, we kind of went all over. I think it was lots of amazing content here, but we do owe an answer about this.
Yeah, let me give you our main the main ticket for actually bringing in sales is this system that we call the 3VO. So the 3VO is that you do these consistent videos every week, right? So you're showing up every week. If there are 4 weeks in a month, which is average, then you would be doing 3 value-based videos. That's a 3V, and 1 offer video. So once a month, you have a big masterclass webinar or something where you actually give people the opportunity to buy from you. And so you're driving the traffic to these videos, you're providing lots of value, you're building your community, building your list, and then once a month, you make that offer. And so if you're showing up and creating content and you're never actually giving someone the opportunity to pay you, you're going to be in trouble. There are 2 ways that you want to do that. One is with the 3VO by doing some sort of big, ta-da, this is what I can offer you, right, in a webinar masterclass. The other is using your friends lists and your actual human being self to talk to people, to listen to the problems they're experiencing and to say, hey, I think I can solve your problem. Do you want to hop on a call and see how I can solve it, right? Letting people know that you have a solution to their problem.
So you're doing that, the last one where you're saying letting people know you have a solution to the problem. You're doing that in the live and in comments. So you're following up afterwards on the comments and saying, okay, and saying here, basically looking for leads in the comments. Right?
Yeah. And when you're connecting, and if people are showing up and watching your videos, they're having these one-on-one conversations with you. If you're following that Mr. Rogers framework, if you're following that, the methods that we teach with how to actually connect with humans. And so then if you see that someone's saying, I don't have, no one's showing up or I'm not bringing in sales, then I can message them and say, hey, I saw you said that you aren't bringing in sales. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, what do you think's stopping you? I'm going to have a conversation to listen and learn a little bit more. And then if it seems like our GLAM program would be a good fit for them, I'm going to say, hey, I think, we have this program that may be a good fit with you. Can I share more? I ask for permission. I'm not just coming in and saying, you said you were having a problem with sales. I'm going to bring you more leads. Can I solve your problem? Right? Maybe it's not leads that's the problem. Maybe it's something else. So you've got to dig a little deeper. But if you're building a community and you're talking to them and you're asking them what they need and you have something that can solve that problem, it's your responsibility to make that offer.
Right. And you also mentioned, to answer the question about how to sell in live, you mentioned there's a feature in Be.Live where you can actually show products and browse through them, which is awesome.
Yeah. And sometimes I'll even just say on a stream like this, like if you are someone who, wants more support in how you can monetize your live streams, just give me the word call below and I'll reach out and we'll set up a call. It doesn't have to be something that's like, and now I'm going to give you the opportunity to book a call. Right? Just make it like a normal thing and it can be normal. Hey, we need to pick
sorry?
We need to pick our nugget winner too.
Pick a nugget winner. What are we giving for the nugget winner? We didn't have a what?
A selfie light.
A selfie light. You got a selfie light? Okay. Yes, we have to pick the nugget winner. I missed out that there's an actual real prize here, which is super generous and awesome of you. Molly Mahoney does it again. Okay. I'm going to go with Craig here, completely at random. I scrolled the mouse and I got Craig Hamry.
Hooray! Craig also did mention how handsome Daniel was, so that's a good strategy.
Okay, so Craig, put in the comments, just put hashtag winner, and if you're yay,
Craig,
okay.
if you can email me at molly@thepreparedperformer.com, email me your mailing address and we'll send you out a selfie light. So molly@thepreparedperformer.com and your actual address.
Great. I love this. I love this comment from Kathy. She just types nugget.
I love you, Kathy. So good to see you.
We've got a comment of nothing. This is, how do you do that? Space
maybe
bar?
it's a GIF and we can't see it on this side.
Oh, maybe. Okay, great. Okay, congratulations to the winner. Thank you, everybody. We've had an amazing audience retention here. Everybody who joined has been with us the entire time, except for a couple left early on. So this has been super amazing, Molly, as usual. Great. We will definitely have you back.
And if there's any more questions, since we're out of time, I'll make sure I come back and answer. I see some other questions. I'll come back and answer them so we can get to our next step. But I'll come back.
Always continue the comments, continue the conversation in the comments. We will jump back in the comments, and and we will see you next time. It is time for our outro. Bye, everyone.